the 7 Jehovian Seals or J Seals. In this video we will explain more about the J Seals and their history, as well as what the advantages are to have them removed at this time. The 7 Jehovian Seals were placed in the Earth's planetary shield about 200,000 years ago. They were placed around the same time as the 12 star crystal seals. The star crystal seals were placed in preparation for the Earth's ascension in this time period. The Jehovian Seals were placed to interfere with this process. They ride on the frequency being brought in by releasing the star crystal seals, and start distorting these higher frequencies. 6 of the Jehovian Seals have been activated at this time. The 12 star crystal seals are connected to the 12 universal stargate portals, and once all of them are activated, they will allow for the Akshata lines in the Earth's grid to be activated, and the Merkaba will be built for the Earth. When a star crystal seal and stargate portal connect, it will allow for higher frequencies to be released into the Earth's dimension. It allows for a blending within the Earth's dimensions and connecting above with below. The distortion created by the Jehovian Seals has damaged out Earth's planetary shield. This shield resides on the outer limits of our universe. At this point in time, this shield has been significantly damaged, and a new shield has been brought into place just inside of Earth's planetary shield, but it is not activated yet. Once all 12 portals are opened, it will allow for this shield to be activated. 6 of the Jehovian Seals have been activated in the Earth's planetary shield, and in our own physical body, since we are connected to the energy of the Earth's planetary shield. In the times before the fall, some 200,000 years ago, humans were not dying. They would simply ascend from the density on Earth and leave through the universal stargate portals. In those days there were 12 angelic human tribes appointed to carry the original planetary Templar complex. These human angelic tribes were the guardians of this planetary Templar complex. Each tribe was holding 1/12 of the Emerald Covenant, and each tribe was divided into 12 groups, each holding 1/12 of the 1/12 of the Emerald Covenant. The Emerald Covenant held the original divine blueprint for Earth's ascension and our ascension. It has the ability to complete all activations that are needed to ascend the Earth, and the human that choose to ascend with the Earth. For over 11,000 years, humans and Illuminati were denied the truth and the history of allness. They have been destroying each other on behalf of the fallen races outside of our universe. The sacred teachings of the 12 tribes are hidden among all religions. So the 12 star crystal seals open us up to a higher frequency. The Jehovian Seals are distorting this frequency. Since we have 7 Jehovian Seals inside the human body, we are not able to fully integrate the higher frequencies, and what we integrate is distorted and out of balance. The distortion of the frequencies also had its effect on the planetary shield, and created holes that unbalance the energies even more, influencing our weather and the tectonic plates of the Earth. The Illuminati have chosen to work with the Zetas instead of the Emerald Covenant nations, preventing us from knowing about this and preventing us from doing repairs here from the Earth itself. The Emerald Covenant nations have been sending in energies that can assist us in balancing the distortions, and these energies are being anchored on Earth. The opening of the Stargate portals allows for more energies to be sent in at this time. The Zetas represent several groups that are there only for the sole purpose of controlling the Earth and use it for their purposes. 6 of these Jehovian Seals have been activated and are influencing every human being on Earth at this time. They prevent us from completely activating our DNA and restore our original divine blueprint in the physicals and spiritual bodies. They will allow for just enough activation to make you feel like you are making progress, but they will prevent full activation. Since the opening of the stargates and the securing of these gates, we have been able to receive more energies that are stabilizing the energies in our dimensions. This allows for a different approach in removing the J-Seals, Jehovian Seals, at this time. We are ahead of schedule, so the knowledge on releasing these J-Seals in a different and faster way has been given to us. This knowledge is protected under the seal of Isis, as to not have interference while removing these J-Seals from humans at this time. As you might understand, we cannot remove the J-Seals from the earth, as we cannot interfere with the process of releasing the star crystal seals. The Jehovian Seals are energetically connected to activate when a star crystal seal is released. We can, however, prevent these seals from affecting us as humans in our ascension process. The removal of the J-Seals is very delicate and requires more than just removal. By doing this, we restore the human body back to the way it was in Lemurian times. This allows for the original 12D divine blueprint and all of our strands of DNA to come fully into action when they are being activated. This allows also for a higher light integration inside the physical and energy bodies, which is needed for ascension. The J-Seals will prevent you from completing full ascension. We have been asked by the Masters to start assisting in removing the J-Seals. Not much is known about these seals, and only a few people have written about this. A couple of months ago, I was asked by the Masters to read the book from Ashanadine, Voyagers I and II. I read the first book, 200 pages, in about 4 hours. The way I was reading it was, the Masters would show me a certain part, and then I would read it and get confirmation through the book. This showed me how to take out these J-Seals as well. It was everything I knew inside but never really wanted to confirm for myself. One of the most important steps we can take at this time is the removal of the J-Seals. Excerpt from Voyagers 2. The unnatural Jehovian Seals in the body progressively activate in response to release of the unnatural 7 planetary Jehovian Seals implanted into Earth Templar by Jehovian Anunnaki. Jehovian Anunnaki designed the J-Seals to drag Earth and all of its life forms into Phantom Matrix. Full activation of the J-Seals causes biological death, with the astral body consciousness being drawn into Phantom Matrix. If J-Seals are not cleared, progressive deterioration of the body results during stellar activation cycles. If this is difficult for you to believe, you will be able to when you feel them being released from your body, in the exact areas mentioned below. Now is the time to remove these seals for many, as we have reached a point in time where the energies can support us. The Bethlehem gate has been opened, and through the energy that is in this gate we are able to remove these J-Seals, so we can progress further into the higher dimensions. The J-Seals have been in our Earth energy field for eons, and through our Earth energy field they were placed into our human energy field. The J-Seals will interfere with certain reconnections, activations, and connection with Source. The DNA was damaged through these J-Seals. Lisa Renee has written a very good article about why and how we got these seals. You can find it here. http://www.energeticsynthesis.com. This article was written a couple of years ago, and some things have changed, including the way the J-Seals can be removed at this time. By removing the J-Seals, we restore the human body back to the way it was in Lemurian times. This allows for the original 12D divine blueprint and all of our strands of DNA to come fully into action when they are being activated. This allows also for a higher light integration inside the physical and energy bodies, which is needed for planetary or cosmic ascension. The J Seals will prevent you from completing full planetary or cosmic ascension. I have been given the knowledge on and how to remove these J Seals at this time. The J Seals are located as follows. 1. Top of skull on left side. 2. Heart, left lung, back of left knee. 3. Pineal gland. 4. Left side of neck and lymphatics. 5. Rear left thigh and buttock. 6. Alta major, where skull rests atop the spine, hypothalamus, and left shoulder. 7. Aorta artery on left side of neck. Are you ready to get your J Seals removed? We have had some question and reactions about these J Seals and the removal. A lot of the reactions were about disbelief. Is this really true? How come the masters have not done anything about this? Others ones are, we are of the light. If we believe it's not there, it is not there. Or once we go into the fifth dimension, it won't be there anymore. This is victim consciousness and brings in fear. We should not have to pay anyone to have these removed. One person said she had descended and was now integrating this, so she wasn't affected by it. So I would like to give a bit more background information from what I have seen and experienced myself so far. First of all, most people are working on planetary ascension, and from there we go on to cosmic ascension. This used to be two separate things. In these days of faster and higher frequencies, we can work on both. Both of them require a certain light quotient that can be held full-time inside our spiritual and physical bodies. This can be done in several ways, and with many activations and initiations. Now, planetary ascension is what happens before and while you are stepping into the fifth dimensional frequencies more and more. But we must not forget that every raise in frequency is an ascension. According to the Book of Ashanadine, 500 people on Earth are working on their cosmic ascension, and everyone else is working on planetary ascension. I know these numbers used to be correct, but since we have been able to raise the frequency on Earth more, we can work on both cosmic and planetary. We do have to complete planetary before we can complete cosmic, of course. At this point in time, we have become more aware. The higher the frequency we live in, the more knowledge comes to the veil, and we are receiving this. The knowledge coming in, though, can be distorted. It is coming through higher dimensions, and some of it from outside this universe. The J Seals are part of what is distorting this knowledge we receive, as we can see in the Bible and many of the other religions that are on Earth at this point. This is why we say that all religions carry part of the truth. The distortion of energies that is being done by the J Seals goes all the way up to the 12th dimension. This means you will have to be able to go into the 12th dimension and higher to receive knowledge that is not distorted. Planetary ascension takes you to the 5th dimension, so information is still distorted. The J Seals will prevent you from going into these higher dimensions. But see how far you are able to progress. If even the 11th dimension is affected and part of the 12th dimension is affected, the J Seals will allow you to go into the higher dimensions. So yes, you feel you have made progress. You will feel better. But you will not be able to maintain full consciousness. Since full consciousness is connected to source consciousness, which does mean you will have to be able to travel through all dimensions and all universes. You are limited to 11 dimensions in this universe, and most people even limit themselves to the 5th dimension. For myself, the removal of these J Seals opened me up to be able to view beyond our universe and all dimensions in this universe. Now I have to admit that I have been working on cosmic ascension for a long time.